All right. Hi, Taya. I think I understand what the problem is for you, and putting in the OBDC drivers isn't going to help solve it. First of all, Excel in the Mac and Excel in Windows are different. I think I mentioned that before, and that can be a bit of a pain in the butt when you're learning how to use it because the training manuals work on Windows because 95% of people who use Excel use Windows, so they're not thinking in terms of the Mac. Right or wrong, that's what we're stuck with. So I dug around and let me share my desktop with you, okay? And put that out of the way. And I'm going to start here. This is for Mac users, Excel Module 10, SAM Map Project 1A, which is the one you downloaded, right? The instruction file, start file, and the support files. And let me go up here, and you have all the files in your downloads folder. I'm assuming you know all this stuff, so I don't need to go over it with you, but we know that everything you downloaded, these 5 files here, are in your downloads folder, and there they are. Okay, so let's get this out of the way, and let's go to the instruction set for the projects. You work as a support specialist, yada, yada, yada. With the enhanced Fujita scale worksheet as the active worksheet, it says to create a new query that imports data from this file. So let me go over here into Excel. Here's your opening worksheet. They want you to select enhanced Fujita worksheet. And now when you go to data, you're going to see new database query, which is where it's supposed to be. But when you click on it, notice how that's pretty darn different from what they were showing us in the training module. And what does that mean for us poor Mac users? What it means is that we're not going to be able to use the query to get the data that we need. And we're going to have to do manually what happens automatically, if you will, in a Windows world. So you might be saying, well, gee, Ralph, that's just sweet. Why didn't they tell me that? And I have no idea. I can only apologize for the confusion. But here, let me show you how you do it. It turns out that it's not hard, but you got to know what you're doing. And since I've been using Excel on a Mac for years, turns out I do. So you go under File up here in the toolbar, right? And you go down to Import. So you want to import the file or the data that you're looking for. And see, it offers you a selection of different types of files. It's a text file that you're importing. So you click Import, and it goes, in my case, right straight to the Downloads folder. And that's because I pulled the file out of there before. Yours might be in some other folder, some other place. Go to the Downloads folder, and you can see that the text file that they want is right there. And let's go back to Word and see how they say you want to get import data from support file, blah, blah, blah. There's the name of it, 213-215.txt. And they want you to import it into a new worksheet, the one that you're working on right here with your name. So all you do is you hit Get Data. Now, the text wizard has determined that your data is delimited. So this is really easy. Leave everything the way it is. And you go next, and it breaks it up for you into columns, and you go next again, and then you hit Finish, and it wants you to put the data into the existing sheet. But that's not what we want. They want us to put it into a new sheet. So let's go back here to Word. Start loading the data. They want us to put it into a new worksheet using tornadoes as the name of the new worksheet. I'm going to cheat here. I'm going to copy the word tornadoes because Lord knows I don't know how to spell. and I'm going to go New Sheet, and I'm going to click OK. And there's the new sheet in our Microsoft Office workbook. So we're going to quickly go and double click on that, and I'm going to hit Command V, paste tornadoes in there, make sure that there's no space, and then I hit the return button, and now we have the new worksheet called tornadoes. Now, if we go back over here to our instructions, it says a couple of things. Because all the data is for tornadoes in Nebraska, skip the state column when you're doing your original query. Well, for us, we get to do that manually. We click down here, see that's all state, and we just simply get rid of that column, and the query table does it for us automatically. In the Windows version of Excel, we get to do it manually in the version of Excel that you're working with. So what does it want us to do next? Well, the next thing it wanted us to do when we're importing data as part of the query function is we want to use it with headers and table style medium 7. Well, again, we can do and get to do this manually. So what we do is we take the data, just like you did when you created a table in the previous worksheets and stuff, and we got to drag down here. It's not too far. It's not the world's shortest table. There it is. Now we've got all the data that we want in a table, and of course, now we go into Insert, and we click Insert a Table, and my table has headers, right? Which is what we want, and we click OK. Gives us this alert dialog box. We just ignore it. We click Yes, and we see that I screwed up. So we undo it, and thank God that it still has all the information there. We hit table again, saw how I screwed up because I clicked when I put my thingy in there when I was showing you, but I'm just going to click OK this time. We get the same alert box, and we're going to go yes. And there it is, exactly the table that we want, except it's the wrong color. So we're going to go down here. It's a medium 7, green table style medium 7, right? It says in here, if we go back, it says there's a hint, depending on the version of Office, the table style may be written as green table style medium 7. Well, at least it gives us one good hint, right? So we go back over here again, and we complain and wait for it. There we go. Thank you very much. And we go medium, and we're going to wait green table style medium 7, and we click on this, and there it is, exactly the way we need it to finish the work that's required of us. And we're happy campers, except that we had to do it manually, which isn't horrible. It's just a touch longer. And you're going to see, if you go back to the instruction set, Microsoft Word, it wants us to do another import here from the 20 most populous countries, and we have to do that again manually. So I'm going to go a little bit quicker this time. I'm just going to go to File. I'm going to go to Import, Text File, Import, and there's the population one that we're looking for. We're going to get the data. We're going to next, next, finish, and we want a new sheet, and we're going to click OK. And there's the data imported. Now, what it said in the query, just start at row 4. Well, we've got all the data in, so we delete it like this. And it said, just a second, I can't remember off the top of my head. Start loading data at row 4, skip column 5. Well, because we put in all the data, we didn't skip column 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the ranking. We want to get rid of that. We delete it, manually skipping column 5. And now we are going to turn it into a table again, right? And we drag it down here. And there it is. At least it's a bit of a shorter table this time. We hit insert. You see I'm going a little bit faster, but you know how to do all this. I just want to make sure that it gets done for you. Come on now, don't give me any grief. There we go. Table has headers, alert, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And we go back over here, down to here. Whoops, come on. Get your act together. There. And we know it's this one, so we click that. We have the right thing. Now, the last thing it does, and I'm going to give you a bit of a hand here, to make the data the client requested more useful, sort the data in descending order by population, and then delete all the rows except the header and the top 20 rows of data. So I guess I help you cheat a little bit. We go by population, and we're going to go descending, right? And so we click, and they want the top 20, so we've got one line, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to 21. Those are the ones they want. We select these rows, and we don't need those for the work that we're doing. Edit, delete, bang, they're gone. We've got the rest of the table as we need it. One advantage to what you've just learned is that you've learned how to manage data importing. And a lot of times the query tables will do most of that work for you. Here, let me stop sharing this. There you go. There's my lovely mug again. The query function will do that for you. But every now and then, you might run into a limitation and you have to do it manually. Now you know how to do it manually. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. This video is long enough. If you got any questions, let me know. That should walk you through and solve the problem with the SBDC thingies, or I can't remember the short form for those files off the top of my head. I didn't realize that we were that limited with the Mac. Now I know. Now you know how to do it, and I hope this really helps. Let me know if there's a problem. Where am I? Somewhere. There we go. Bye.